to sentence this young man in what can only be described as a very heinous offense.
Muhammad was sentenced to 35 to 60 years in prison. Aya hasn't spoken to him since. She's lost touch with her sister, too, because her sister lives with her dad.
If I were to ever reach out to him, it would just be because of my sister. He's dead to me for all I care. I don't need my dad. I've made a pretty great life for myself, if I do say so myself, so.
So what are you going to do with it, this life of yours?
I'm going to become a lawyer.
She is determined, this young woman, to leave the past behind. She graduated college in 3 years, and after law school, she hopes one day to help foster kids and vulnerable children, like she once was.
I want to make an impact in the world.
Just like her mother did, with her big smile and big heart. Aya wants to make her proud.
NBC4 News at 11 starts with breaking news.
That breaking news, the horrible discovery at a home in Brentwood. Actor and filmmaker Rob Reiner and his wife found stabbed to death. Detectives now focusing on exactly what happened behind closed doors. This was a shock, to say the least, to Hollywood and Los Angeles and beyond. Thank you for joining us. I'm Kathy Vara.
And I'm Jonathan Gonzalez. NBC4 was the very first to break this story in what is now an investigation being watched all around the world. Paramedics were called to the Reiners' home around 3:30 this afternoon. Police have not officially identified a suspect. We know that no one has been detained.
We have live team coverage for you tonight, starting with our Robert Kovacic live in the neighborhood where the Reiners lived and apparently died. Robert, we hear you have some brand new information for us tonight.
Don't know what all unfolded today.
Kathy and Jonathan, and we're going to get that because the information as far as this investigation is concerned, as we learned from the LAPD tonight, is going to be slow in coming. But we are standing here on a block in Brentwood, a neighborhood just tucked away from Sunset Boulevard. It is closed off, police tape on both sides of the street as the death investigation continues, a homicide investigation continues, a double homicide that is reverberating not just in Hollywood, but just about everywhere. We are hearing statements from Mayor Bass, from Governor Newsom, as well as from former President Barack Obama and his wife Michelle, all of them saying that they are heartbroken. But the answers, what everybody wants to know, what exactly happened, is going to come here behind me. And again, as it was made clear in a news conference just about 2 hours ago, those answers are going to take time. To set the stage for you here, as you look down the street, the LAPD CSI has set up a mobile unit here, indications that they're going to be here for quite a while. The LAPD tells us tonight that they cannot access the home until they have a search warrant. We don't know if they yet have gotten that search warrant yet and when it will begin. The video that you are going to look at right now, this is our News Chopper 4 over the scene here in Brentwood, over the estate where Rob Reiner lived with his wife. The LAPD doing a survey of the property. They say after the initial call that they discovered 2 deceased bodies inside, that is when they left, and that is when the need for a search warrant will begin, and that is when they say the investigation can really begin. When it comes to who called the LAPD, that was not revealed to us in this news conference. When it comes to what is going to happen next, they said we have to wait for the coroner to arrive. The coroner still has not arrived as far as we see here at this point. Now, when it comes to a suspect who is responsible to what is believed to be fatal stabbings of Michelle and Rob Reiner, we pressed the LAPD when they told us at this point they're not looking for a suspect.
Has anyone been detained yet for questioning? Are you questioning people now that could be possible suspects and or a person or persons of...
Specifically to your first question, no one has been detained. Specifically to your second question, no one is being interviewed as a suspect.
Are we safe in Brentwood, the neighbors of the community?
Oh, are we safe in Brentwood? I'm sorry. Yeah, so we have officers here at the scene. We have officers in the area. we're not looking for anyone in the Brentwood area at this point. We're not looking for anyone because we're still working on that part of the investigation.
And as the news now does become more prone and more learned throughout the nation, throughout the world, and there is reaction, we are also hearing reaction tonight from inside of the family. Tracy Reiner telling NBC News, and I'm quoting here, "I came from the greatest family ever. I don't know what to say. I am in shock." Now, as we stand here, Jonathan and Kathy, we see Brentwood residents, and there was a Brentwood resident who actually asked Deputy Chief Hamilton, well, are we safe tonight if you're not looking for a suspect? He assured them that they were safe. And then you have to think, well, if the LAPD is not looking for a suspect at this hour, saying that they are going to wait as the investigation moves forward, if they are not searching or speaking to anyone, is it possible that the suspect is dead? I asked Chief Hamilton if that was a possibility. He texted back just a short time ago and said, no answer. We should be able to verify things moving forward. But for now, here in Brentwood, the bodies of Rob Reiner and his wife, Michelle, remain inside of their home. How they died, why they died, when they died, answers that will soon and hopefully be revealed. We're live tonight here in Brentwood. I'm Robert Kovacic. The LAPD is promising us an update tomorrow morning, they say between 7 and 8 o'clock, and NBC4, of course, will be there.
Robert, thank you so much. The unexpected deaths of Rob Reiner and his wife, it has fans around the world who worked with him on his project shocked.
Celebrities and public figures are reacting tonight. Our Tracy Leong joins us live now from Hollywood at Rob Reiner's Walk of Fame star with reaction. Tracy.
Yeah, Jonathan and Kathy, we're standing here along the Hollywood Walk of Fame. We're right next to Rob Reiner's star. You can see flowers were just placed next to it by a fan about 20 minutes ago. Tonight, those who knew him and worked with him are reacting to his tragic passing. Actor Kathy Bates, whom Reiner directed in the psychological horror film Misery, released a statement saying in part, "I loved Rob. He was brilliant and kind, a man who made films of every genre to challenge himself as an artist. Michelle was a gifted photographer. My heart breaks for them both." The family of screenwriter and producer Norman Lear, who died in December 2023, remembered the Reiners for their activism and philanthropy, saying in part, "Norman often referred to Rob as a son, and their close relationship was extraordinary to us and the world. Norman would have wanted to remind us that Rob and Michelle spent every breath trying to make this country a better place." Former President Barack Obama and wife Michelle paid tribute to Reiner, saying in part, "Together, he and his wife lived lives defined by purpose. They will be remembered for the values they championed and the countless people that they inspired. We send our deepest condolences to all who loved them." Back out here live, we're next to Rob Reiner's star, which is directly above his father's star, Carl Reiner, who died in 2020 at the age of 98. Reporting live in Hollywood, Tracy Leong, back to you in the studio.
Tracy, thank you. Meanwhile, Rob Reiner's work as an actor, director, and activist spans decades.
Our Conan Nolan joins us live in our newsroom with a look back at his amazing career. Conan?
That's right. Rob Reiner was one of Hollywood's most successful film directors and producers. He was behind some of the most consequential films over the past several decades. There were rom-coms, a major film still quoted today regarding the morality of Wall Street, another major film with Tom Cruise and Jack Nicholson, a military courtroom drama. His first, though, caught the attention of the American public as an actor.
You have to be kidding!
America first came to know him as the hippie son-in-law of the blue-collar bigot Archie Bunker, played by Carroll O'Connor in the 70s TV comedy All in the Family. It ran for 9 seasons.
Boss, he's not my son, Gloria. I mean, get your hands off my daughter, you balloon!
While there were other acting roles, it was behind the camera that Rob Reiner had his cinematic impact, inventing the modern romantic comedy with Harry Met Sally with Meg Ryan and Billy Crystal.
The often quoted The Princess Bride, which has been newly rediscovered by younger audiences. There was The Wolf of Wall Street, with Leonardo DiCaprio playing Jordan Belfort, who ends up defrauding investors out of millions. And the military courtroom classic, A Few Good Men, where Tom Cruise and Jack Nicholson faced off over a murder at the U.S. military base in Guantanamo, Cuba. He once told talk show host Howard Stern that he learned filmmaking from his father, Carl Reiner, himself an actor and screenwriter who had often worked with Steve Martin.
Now, I can tell you that it wasn't until, and this is now I'm in my mid to late 30s, it wasn't until I did Stand By Me that I started feeling myself. And I said, okay, I'm carved. I mean, a long, long time it took me to start to carve out my own
identity.
world. Yes.
Reiner was also active in politics. He routinely helped raise money for the Democratic Party. In 1998, he single-handedly championed Proposition 10, a 50-cent per pack tax on cigarettes to finance child education and health programs. He was also a fierce critic of President Trump. This was Reiner on the Jimmy Fallon Show during the president's first term in office.
Unless the public is informed, we don't have a chance to hold this democracy together. So we're fighting, and, you know, hopefully we will, because we love this country and we don't want to see it